Hey fighters, Sean here with Know the Fight. This week we're still talking about dads. So I'm a father of two young girls. They're beautiful and they're wonderful, but they're not my first children. I actually had a kid in high school. His name's Thomas. Great kid. He's a great kid that unfortunately had me as an 18-year-old father. So without getting into details, girlfriend gets pregnant at 18, and we decide to do the crazy thing and get married. A couple of months later, we decide, you know what, this isn't going to work, and we both decided that Thomas would come live with me. Now, I'm 18, have no clue about what life is. My idea was I was going to be a martial art expert. I was going to travel the city and the country doing Muay Thai competitions on my motorcycle, working odd jobs like the Renegade. You know, Renegade with...
Framed for murder, now he prowls the Badlands, an outlaw hunting outlaws, a bounty hunter, a renegade.
So this is my goal at 18, which is a very unhealthy goal. I remember I had like really long hair and I cut it because I had to go get a job because I'm a parent now, and all these other things kind of fell to the wayside, which, to be honest, I've never really regretted. I know for the fact that me having a son made me grow up a whole lot faster than I thought I was going to. But the dad I am now and the dad I was then are two completely different people. Back then, I was worried about, yes, how am I going to make money? Yes, how am I going to afford a good lifestyle for him and me, and that he feels loved, and that he feels accepted, and not like a failure. And because for whatever reason, kids always think that when parents don't work out, it's their fault. Now, there's some kids where I'm like, it probably was their fault. I should probably edit that out. And they think it's their fault, and it's not. It's not their fault. To be honest, two people decide if they're going to be in a marriage. One can't decide for them both, okay? So now, you know, I'm 30 years old, and I realize patience is key. Understanding is key. Communication is key. Back then, I taught my 4-year-old how to beat Zelda on the 64. That was paramount. So I would work 2 or 3 jobs at a time just to have some money. My parents were great. They helped out as much as they could. It was a completely different dynamic than I expected it to be while growing up. Me being a dad, 18, was never in the picture. Me having kids was never in the picture. Me surviving past 27 years old was never in the picture, if that gives you a glimpse on how I was living my life. But because of Thomas, he really connected me with the beginnings of what responsibility should look like. You know, he's 2-3 years old and we go to the zoo and I'm there with friends and he disappears on me. And what happened was I looked up at the red panda, I looked back down, he was gone. I freaked out. I ran around the whole part. I talked to security guards, I talked to random people, described him as small, really cool, blonde-haired, blue-eyed boy. And not one person came with me and helped me. They looked at me, no, I never saw him, which jerks, right? They're like, take care of your kid, buddy, calling CPS on you. But anyway, so I ran around and then I came back around to the red panda area and there he was standing there. Like nothing had happened, 3 years old. And I'm like, what did you do? Where did you go? And just pointed to the bathroom. One of our friends walked into the bathroom and he just so happened to follow. She didn't see him. And he just hung out in the ladies' restroom for a little bit and came right back out. But it's stuff like that that I would never let happen today. We are holding hands. We are looking both ways across the street. You don't go to the bathroom without a buddy. Very structured. It's just when you're a first-time parent, it's super scary, especially when you're doing it by yourself. So we had ups and downs like that for years. And I meet my bride now, Sasha. And at this point, when I met Sasha, he was 4. We got married when he was 6. And then 2 years after Sasha and I were married, we had a daughter. And there was a big shift from me understanding what it is to be an 18-year-old father of a son to a 27-year-old father of a girl. Girls, totally different dynamic than a boy. Number one, they don't smell as bad. Truth. Through those years of being a single dad, I had to balance work, dating, as well as being a parent, a full-time parent. Tucking them in at night, getting them up to go to school in the morning, finding daycare that was suitable and affordable. It's ridiculous now, absolutely insane. If there's anything I can tell a single parent, single mom, single dad, right here and right now, is that you need to communicate love, caring, and nurturing, and do not let your kids carry your weight of being a single parent. Don't let them feel that stress. Because ultimately, one of two things are going to happen. You're going to find somebody you can share your life with, or you won't. Neither one of those is their fault. So if you are a step parent, God bless you. God bless you. I just want to thank you, Sasha, for being such a good step parent. If I could talk to 18-year-old me who is on the phone talking to his girlfriend, who said, "I'm pregnant, your life has now just changed," I would tell him these 3 things. Number 1, the best part of your life has just started. It's going to be stressful, it's going to be tough, but it is necessary for you to carry the weight because he's worth it. Number 2, keep playing video games, but do not make it more important than education. I put more emphasis on he and I sitting down and connecting for the first 12 years of his life than I did education because I didn't find it important. And that shaped the way he views education. And number 3, let him fail. If you do everything for him, he'll never grow up understanding what it's like to accomplish something on his own. And to be honest, most of you guys didn't even know that I had Thomas in high school. You just thought I was really old, which is insulting. And that's okay. It's probably the gray in the beard. I'm totally cool with it. If I can give you any hope whatsoever in this point of your life of being a dad, is that as long as you show up, as long as you openly love them and you communicate that love, they're going to turn out okay. Christ built you to bear the weight. Be a dad your kids are proud of.